Rick and Morty. Edge of Tomorty. Rick die Rickpeat. The Smith family enjoys breakfast as Rick wants to take Morty on an adventure. Beth and Jerry, unhappy, tell Rick to respect Morty. After reluctantly apologizing and nicely asking, the two go to Forbodulon Prime to find death crystals, small crystals that allow the holder to see the possible deaths they can encounter. Morty unknowingly steals one from Rick as he uses it to get his best future outcome. In this outcome, he is lying in bed as an old man as Jessica tells him she loves him.
I love you.
After fighting over the wheel, the ship crashes as Rick is flung into a spiked rock, killing him. A hologram of Rick appears as he explains to Morty how to bring Rick back. Morty disobeys, taking the ship. Meanwhile, Rick revives in another reality, due to Operation Phoenix, carrying out an A in a loop of realities. Much to his annoyance, however, each reality that he reincarnates in is a reality where extreme fascism rules, and is forced to commit a repeat series of mass murder and suicide to reach a reality peaceful and politically stable enough for that reality's Rick and Morty to help him return to his own. Back in the main reality, Morty, being guided by the death crystal he stole, experiences trouble back home and becomes determined to have the reality where he dies next to Jessica to come true. He travels back home and, guided by the crystal, is led on to do rather bizarre and outlandish things to ensure the outcome. Upon mistakenly riling an extremely violent local school bully, the situation escalates, pushing Morty to access Rick's arsenal, grabs several high-powered weapons and takes all of Rick's mister. He then deals with the bullies, and soon goes on a bloody rampage as the police and even the army become involved, but due to the crystal, he is able to avoid a quite lengthy and certain death sentence, resulting in the presiding judge to declare him innocent and later commit suicide due to Morty's words. Meanwhile, Rick eventually finds a peaceful reality where he is a wasp and Wasp Rick agrees to help him get back to his original reality. Once they arrive, Rick discovers Morty's theft of his gadgets, dismayed that the only Mr. Meeseeks boxes left behind were cheap, knockoff ones. After they confront the hologram Rick that appears in the garage, the three Ricks go off in search of Morty. They discover him out in a desert becoming a monstrous tree-like cyborg abomination and defeat him, only for hologram Rick to become assimilated in an attempt to destroy the regular Rick, Wasp Rick, and Morty. As Rick and Morty are struck and fall to the ground, Wasp Rick stings the Rick tree abomination in the eye, causing its head to start swelling up and explodes, releasing numerous mini Wasp Ricks into the air. After things return to normal, Morty apologizes to his grandfather for not listening to him, as Rick takes it in stride. Beth and Jerry appear and attempt to persuade Rick to stop his adventures, because of what happened, only for Morty to say he is the one at fault and explain that Rick wasn't even around when the events occurred. Hearing this, Beth states the important thing is that he is okay. Jerry tried to threaten Rick, who claims that by touching him, Jerry now has AIDS, causing Jerry to run off in a panic with Beth following behind. While Rick and Morty decide to go on adventures that blend both the familiar with something new, they spot Summer, who is eavesdropping and mock or criticize her for ruining the season premiere. The following day, Morty overhears Jessica wishing to become a hospice member who tends to the elderly who will die alone without a family. Morty becomes extremely angry upon realizing that the future he foresaw misled him the whole time. When Rick portals in and asks Morty to come with him on another adventure, the latter cuts him off and immediately agrees, going through the portal and catching Rick by surprise. Let me know what you think of Rick and Morty in the comments section below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Movie Mistakes for more great videos like this one. Thanks for hanging out with us. We'll see you next time.